Welcome everyone, and good afternoon. Thank you for joining us at Outdoors for All Day. My name is Claire Jantz. I'm a Deputy Secretary for Conservation and Technical Services at the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. And it's good to join you all here and to have the whole community of Lancaster here with us on this beautiful day. No rain, not too much sun, and we're in the heart of the Susquehanna National Heritage Area. I am really thrilled to be celebrating Outdoors for All Day. July is actually a perfect time to celebrate Outdoors for All Day because it coincides with Disability Pride Month. That gives us a chance to celebrate people with disabilities, their identities, their culture, and their contributions. It's also a chance to raise awareness of the challenges they still face every day to be treated equitably. DCNR is striving to help meet these challenges as we celebrate this aspect of diversity. July is also Parks and Recreation Month, where we celebrate all of the park and rec professionals who maintain our local, state, and national parks. Thank you all. There's many of folks in that community here with us today. When our parks provide welcoming and inclusive programs, services for all ages and abilities, and safe, accessible spaces, we can build meaningful connections in our communities, which is something we need now more than ever. Our mission at DCNR is to conserve and sustain Pennsylvania's natural resources for all people. For people of all cultures, identities, and abilities, no matter where you live. All communities deserve beautiful parks like the one we're in today. Outdoors for All Day is an opportunity to celebrate and recommit to the work that DCNR is doing to make our outdoor spaces feel safe and welcoming. I want to thank and recognize the incredible staff we have here at DCNR. Raise your hands, please, if you're with DCNR. Thank you all so much. And the partners that helped us make this day incredible, especially Let's Go 123. I know that when many of you think about DCNR, you think about our 124 beautiful state parks, our 2.2 million acres of state forest land, and those assets are really important to creating outdoor recreation opportunities. But one of the most impactful ways that DCNR preserves and enhances outdoor spaces is through our grants program. Through our Community Conservation Partnerships program, and this is the first of a couple acronyms that you're going to get from a state government representative. We call that our C2P2 program. DCNR provides grants for community parks and recreation, for trails, for land acquisition, for rivers conservation, for partnerships, urban and community forestry, and more. Since 1995, we have funded over 8,800 different projects totaling more than $1.2 billion in nearly every community in the Commonwealth. In fact, 90% of Pennsylvanians live in a municipality that has received a grant-funded project from DCNR. We also have a matching component to that. So that $1.2 billion that we've invested is at least doubled through community match. And we increasingly want to continue and amplify this work. We want to bring parks to everybody in Pennsylvania. 63% of Pennsylvanians already have access to outdoor recreation within a 10-minute walk. But we want to increase that number every year so that eventually everyone in Pennsylvania is within a 10-minute walk of a community park or public park. We also receive important federal funding each year that supports outdoor recreation, park development, land acquisition, and planning efforts. One of those federal funding streams comes from a program called the Land and Water Conservation Fund. Another acronym is the LWCF. This program dates back to the 1960s and funds parks, pools, trails, and recreation access. One great example of LWCF funds at work is this park, Culleton Park. which received a $300,000 grant with LWCF funds to invest in its playgrounds, ball fields, and pools. And the community made that happen. We didn't, we just help. So thank you for that. Every state that receives funding through the LWCF program is required to develop a statewide comprehensive outdoor recreation plan, another acronym, we call that the SCORP, every 5 years to remain eligible for the LWCF program. And today I am excited to share highlights from our newest plan. We're releasing the plan officially right now. This is our 2025-2029 outdoor recreation plan. You can see the title, Outdoor Places, Shared Spaces, and that title really captures what we're trying to do here in this plan over the next 5 years. This plan was developed with the input of thousands of Pennsylvanians. We ran multiple surveys. We had focus groups, listening tours. We also had a 40-member advisory committee made up of recreation and conservation organizations from across the Commonwealth. I know that some of you here served on those committees, and so thank you for your work on that. And there's a lot of good takeaways from this plan. For example, Pennsylvanians love the outdoors. 9 out of 10 Pennsylvanians choose to recreate outside. And the reasons we recreate are many. 82% of us recreate because the outdoors is essential for our mental health. So we clearly recognize the need for outdoor recreation in supporting our mental health and physical health. 61% of recreation enthusiasts are concerned about how climate change will impact outdoor recreation. 75% of recreation enthusiasts enjoy participating in outdoor recreation events like this one. And the top activity people want to try but haven't yet is paddling. And if you want to try paddling today, head over to the pool, try it out. Everyone can get a chance to give it a try if you're, 4 years old or 400 years old. The largest barriers to recreating outside is not having anyone to go with, environmental hazards, and safety. And again, this is a place where you can meet other people to go with. It is a safe place to learn and enjoy the outdoors. So in the plan, we talk about what DCNR and all of our partners and communities across the state will do to address some of those barriers. And this new plan will guide our work for the next 5 years. It includes 14 goals and 55 action items with a strong focus on equity, access, safety, and climate resilience. And I know it sounds like a lot, but we got a lot accomplished in our last SCORP, and we're looking forward to picking off pieces over the next 5 years and chipping away at it. Some of our key goals include connecting communities to parks through safe routes. There's some information about this on the other side of the field from me that you all are doing in Lancaster. Creating safe access to recreation for all skill levels, designing culturally inclusive spaces, supporting safe water recreation as a climate adaptation strategy, expanding accessible recreation opportunities for older adults and people of all abilities, and protecting and restoring ecosystems that support recreation and climate resilience. These goals and actions build on our last 5-year plan, which included the investment of $268 million in recreation infrastructure that went above our normal operating expenses, the installation of 10 new ADA accessible kayak launches, the addition of 3 new state parks, and the closure of 12 trail gaps. These plans only work if people use them. So if you are in the parks and recreation space and want to contribute to this plan, please join us. Otherwise, the best way you can help is to just get out and enjoy the outdoors, no matter who you are, where you're from. The outdoors are truly for everyone in Pennsylvania. Thank you again for joining us today and for your support of Outdoors for All Day. we're excited for the future and many opportunities we have to conserve and sustain our outdoor spaces for all Pennsylvanians. If you want a copy of this plan, right over there at the DCNR tent, you can grab one. And now, I am very pleased to introduce, oh wait, I have to also offer a proclamation from the governor. This has the official governor's seal signed by our governor, proclaiming that today is Outdoors for All Day. And now, I am pleased to introduce our incredible Director of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion and Belonging, DEIB, another acronym, Arlene Marshall Hawkinsmith.
Hi, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here with all of you today, and everyone just coming together and celebrating Outdoors for All Day. At DCNR, we believe that everyone has a right to enjoy the outdoors. The outdoors, they offer us so many wonderful things and so many benefits, like connection, exercise, community, peace, a place to belong, and to be ourselves. But not everyone has easy access to the outdoors, as Deputy Secretary Jantz explained. And even if they do, not all people always feel welcome in the outdoors. And that's why through our mosaic efforts at DCNR, that we're being very intentional about identifying and addressing barriers so that people not only have access to the outdoors, but that they feel safe and that they feel welcome in the outdoors. We want to create and we want to support creating spaces where everyone truly feels that they belong. Outdoors for All Day, it connects perfectly to our mosaic commitment and our agency mission at DCNR, that we're conserving and sustaining Pennsylvania's natural resources for the present and future generations' use and enjoyment. This is the second year that we're celebrating Outdoors for All Day, and we're thrilled that the Lieutenant Governor, Austin Davis, has officially recognized July 19th as Outdoors for All Day, and he's done that by way of resolution. So I have that here with me today. So we're really thankful for that. And last year he joined us in Pittsburgh at Point State Park to acknowledge this day. And it was really special, and we enjoyed the day. We did some remarks and we did a bicycle ride with the Lieutenant Governor. But I have to say today, as you can see, we've taken it to a whole different level here. Joy is everywhere, and you can see it on everyone's faces, and you can feel it. You can see children laughing. There's people here of all ages, backgrounds, and abilities. Everyone's come together to move, explore, dance. I hope you all get to dance because they're going to do some more line dancing here in a little bit. But everyone's here to enjoy the outdoors in their own way. And that, my friends, is the heart of Outdoors for All Day and is at the heart of Mosaic. It's a celebration of connection and inclusion, and it shows us what's possible when we all work together and come together in open spaces and welcome all people. We can't wait to see what this day becomes in the future because this is just the beginning. We want to grow this. We want this to be all over the state where we have Outdoors for All Day being celebrated by more people getting in the outdoors, exploring and enjoying beautiful outdoor spaces in Pennsylvania. So I want to thank all of you for coming out today and being a part of this important day and helping us to make Pennsylvania's outdoor spaces more welcoming and enjoyable for everyone in this space today and in all outdoor spaces. So now I'm pleased to introduce to you the Executive Director of Let's Go 123 and one of our fantastic partners who's made this day happen, Keisha Scubbins.
Thank you, Arlene. And thank you to my Director of Community Engagement and right hand, Lydia Martin, who's out there. And I appreciate our board members, Donna Thornton and Rachel Tadlock, who are also here, and all the volunteers in helping to make this a success. No, we weren't sure what to expect when we started on the partnership journey for hosting, Outdoors for All Day here in Lancaster, but it has been a joy to be a part of the development. Let's Go 123 is proud to be a collaborative partner with DCNR, the City of Lancaster, SOE, and all of our state and local partners who give generously of their time, talents, resources for the benefit of our community. An event like Outdoors for All Day, held here at Culleton Park, is a beautiful opportunity for all ages and all people from all walks of life, the opportunity to explore nature and engage in the outdoors. And better yet, we get to do it right here in an amazing city park with wonderful partners and community organizations. Outdoors for All Day complements Let's Go 123's mission to alleviate barriers to outdoor experiences, because we know that nature-based experiences and recreation opportunities improve our health, our well-being, and deepens our connection to parks, trails, and green spaces where we live. Let's Go 123 helps people access and understand the importance of nature experiences for long-term green space connections and environmental stewardship. We hope that each and every person here today has been able to participate in an outdoor experience, learn something about nature, or refresh your memory on an environmental theme. To the Outdoors for All Day team and to everyone who helped us in organizing this special event, thank you, thank you, thank you. This event would not be possible without each of you. And I will now pass the mic to Steve Campbell. Sorry, to Steve Campbell.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's an honor to join you today to celebrate something that's easy to take for granted, but vitally important to our health, our happiness, and our city's future, outdoor recreation. In Lancaster, we believe sustainability is a way of life. At Public Works, we see it as our responsibility to serve people by designing and maintaining spaces that offer clean water, fresh air, and accessible green places to gather, play, and reflect. These aren't luxuries. These are essentials. Every resident deserves them. Outdoor spaces are where sustainability becomes personal, where children learn to love nature, where neighbors meet and build trust, and where communities like ours come together to grow stronger. That's why events like this are so meaningful. We're fortunate to have incredible community partners who bring these values to life. I want to thank SOE, whose play initiatives, among other things, have contributed to the revitalization of this very park, as well as other public open spaces in Southwest Lancaster, to make sure they are clean, safe, and inviting. And I want to lift up Let's Go 123, whose creative and energetic programming is showing how easy and joyful it can be to move, explore, and play outside together. These groups are building a culture of shared responsibility and empowerment, something we hold dear in our city. I also want to thank our partners and collaborators here today. I have a list of 33 right here, and I'll just name only a handful. Aim to Power for Yoga in the Park, Core Service Associates for Dancing in the Park, Keystone Trails Association, Lancaster Rec, So Good Face Painting, and Edible Classroom. Just a sampling of the nonprofits to educators to volunteers who make this work possible day in and day out. You are vital to the ecosystem of this city. The dynamism of the variety of groups that work together is what continues to improve our park system. And the more successful activities are involved, the more they attract successful activities, making the parks cleaner, safer, and even more inviting. And of course, we are deeply grateful to our friends at the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. Their general support for projects such as the Parks and Recreation Open Space Master Plan, the Conestoga Pines Master Plan, Joe Jackson Tot Lot, Milburn Park, and riparian forest buffers allow us to preserve and enhance these vital public spaces, especially in neighborhoods that have historically been underserved. Lancaster's history has always been rooted in its landscape, from the Conestoga River that flows through our city to the rich farmland that surrounds us. But the future we're building together is just as rooted in the people who live here now. Our vision is clear: a Lancaster where the environment and our residents thrive together. So let's keep investing in these spaces. Let's keep working together. Let's keep walking, playing, planting, exploring, because when we do, we're enjoying the outdoors and also securing a stronger, more resilient, and more just Lancaster for generations to come. Now let me introduce the SOE Communications and Engagement Manager, Jackie Morgs.
Hello, my name is Jackie Morgis, and I live in this neighborhood, and I also have the delight to work for SOE, which is a neighborhood nonprofit for the part of the city you are in today, the Southwest. So welcome, we're so glad to have you. Our job in the community is to work side by side with our residents, local businesses, organizations, to build a powerfully connected neighborhood where we are the agents of change and enjoy living, working, and playing here. Culleton Park is one of 3 public parks in the SOE neighborhood, and our green spaces are the most popular gathering spots in the neighborhood. They are one of our greatest assets, critical to our quality of life. And as such, we've done a lot as an organization to ensure our parks are nice, safe, and maintained. In fact, we were a huge driving force for this park being renovated 5 years ago. A group of our residents spoke up, got involved, regularly shared with the city what they wanted to see in their backyard, and were an active part of the process. This beautiful space we're enjoying today is a reflection of the neighbors that live just around the corner and use this space weekly. SOE is also actively involved in making our public spaces beautiful by adding community murals like the ones you'll see all around you in the park. In fact, if you look behind me, the murals on the Water Street Mission Building, those are portraits of our neighbors, people you very well may run into today, and they're depicted as saints and protectors of our park and our community. We also help plant hundreds of trees around the neighborhood, including some of our most recent being 14 trees in this park. You'll also see one right behind us. You will notice which ones they are because they have wooden stakes around them with education signs. So I encourage you to stop by our table today and check out our scavenger hunt where you can get to know these trees and all the amazing, important things they do. But what we're probably best known for is frequently hosting completely free, big, exciting community events so that our neighbors of all ages can easily meet one another and make beautiful memories close to home. We were honored to be a part of this important event, which allows even more of our neighbors to experience the great outdoors and its many benefits so close to home. That is something we try to convey all the time. Even here in our densely populated neighborhood and the city, nature is at arm's reach. How awesome is that? So if you live in the city, we'd love to get to know you and hope you'll stop by our table. And if you have an idea for the neighborhood, we'd love to support you and help make it happen. Now I would like to introduce the Pennsylvania Director of Outdoor Recreation, Nathan Rigner.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having all of us here. My name is Nathan Rigner. I'm the Director of Outdoor Recreation for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and I'd like to share just a few thoughts with you about all of the good things that outdoor recreation does for us and why everybody belongs in our outdoor recreation spaces in Pennsylvania. I'm going to start off with a little story. Not too long ago, my father and I were fishing together, and I am not embarrassed to tell you that we did not catch any fish that day. Maybe some of the anglers here have had this experience, and yet we still had a great day of fishing together. How is this possible? Well, it turns out that fishing is not about catching fish. It's about spending quality time with people we love. It's about escaping the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. It's about having a little bit of adventure and a little bit of exploration in our lives. And these are the things that outdoor recreation does for us. I hope you have had the experience that I've had while hiking on a trail or sharing the shade of a tree in a park with a neighbor. We say hello to each other in these places in ways that we don't say hello to each other in other places in our communities. Parks, outdoor recreation, trails, green spaces, they bring us together as communities, and they recognize our shared desire to have a better community together. And this is an incredibly powerful benefit that parks and outdoor recreation deliver us. But parks and recreation, they don't just deliver us these relatively feel-good benefits. They also deliver the dollars as well. Pennsylvania's outdoor recreation industry contributes $19 billion to our gross domestic product. That's 2% of all economic productivity in the Commonwealth is generated from outdoor recreation. 9,000 businesses create this economic impact. Businesses like Paradise E-Bikes, who are here with us today, and collectively they generate jobs for 186,000 Pennsylvanians who connect their passions to their professions. This outdoor recreation industry, in addition to creating economic productivity and prosperity for the Commonwealth, also helps to keep young Pennsylvanians living in Pennsylvania and is an asset for attracting workers and businesses of all types to the Commonwealth. These are the dollars and cents of the benefits that outdoor recreation delivers us in Pennsylvania. And this is why it's important that we make sure that every Pennsylvanian and every visitor to Pennsylvania knows that they are welcome and that they belong in our outdoor recreation spaces unequivocally. I have no doubt that if we are all in and together we all get out, then we will all win. Thank you very much for letting me share these thoughts with you. It's now my pleasure to re-invite to the podium Deputy Secretary Jantz to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Nathan. Any questions out there? All right. Hearing none, I think we can close the speaking part of the event. And we still have at least half an hour to enjoy the rest of our event out here. So get out, try some paddling, check out our vendors. Line dancing. Yeah, so we'll see you out on